Hello, I hope you're very well. So this week's video is going to be on a subject I think a lot of us have heard before, but I wanted to go through some practicality and a little tip to help you feel more hydrated in your body, which will have a payoff in every single aspect of your health, your energy, and your skin. So we're going to talk about salt in water and why we will get great benefits if we create this as a daily lifestyle tip. So we know that our body is salty, our blood is salty, our tears are salty, and seawater is a very similar support for our blood's health. There's actually a story about in the war times when they ran out of blood, they used seawater to help create more healthy blood, which is kind of cool. So seawater is made of about 97 minerals. And then we have two forms of salt that are very, very high in these minerals. So the closest one to seawater is just Celtic salt. So I've brought some in to show you. So Celtic salt, it's a moisture loving salt. So you'll actually notice when the temperature, we've had a lot of rain, it's a lot more moist. So it actually contains the moisture in the salt, which is a really good sign. So it acts as like a human electrolyte. So it helps you use your water more efficiently into the cells. And then we also have, so this one's about 87-ish minerals. And then we have Himalayan salt, which seems to be more commonly what people have at home as I've been asking them. So Himalayan salt is pink. So I've got a little bag of it here. So it's that pink crystal salt. And that one's a good one, but it's not as good as Celtic in my opinion because it doesn't have the magnesium, the 3 magnesium minerals. So that one's a little bit less minerals, but it will still work. So when we use salt in our water, we actually find that when it goes into the blood, it can enter into a cell. So it helps to pull the water into the cell. And our cells are like little factory sites. And if the water's going inside the cell, you'll actually be able to use the water. So a few tips for you is when you first wake up in the morning, you can put a little crystal of the Celtic salt on your tongue and your mucous membranes will start breaking that down, and then just have a quarter of a glass of water. What I tend to do is I take a few of these crystals and I put a pinch of that salt into my water. And then through the day, those little bit of electrolytes help me use the water. And with water, it's very good to know that we shouldn't be trying to drown our body in water in one go. So it's little by little. So when I wake up in the morning, I have a quarter of a glass and then I go and get dressed. And then I have a quarter of a glass and then I study. And then I have a quarter of a glass and I train. And so it's little by little. And we're trying to hydrate our body and not saturate it. And you'll find that with the salt in the water, you won't be rushing to the bathroom all the time. It'll give you a lot more energy as well. There was a great story. There was this doctor who actually became a political prisoner a long time ago, and he was the only person in the prison that was doctor. So he was people would come to him for the ailments within the prison, and all he had was water. So he would kind of give them a glass of water and say, here, drink that, and in 15 minutes drink another glass and then come back and see me. And he started noticing that so many people's health problems were dissipating, and he was kind of confused by this because that's all he had. So he was just, trying to give them something, make them feel like they're doing something. And he started notice headaches going away and ailments going away. And he was kind of fascinated by this. So he started like a bit of a clinical trial. And what happened is that the war ended and he was allowed to leave, and he actually said, could I stay a bit longer because I'm conducting this clinical trial and it's fascinating and I want to follow it through. And he's written many books. One of them is The Body's Many Cries for Water, Don't Treat Thirst with Drugs. There's quite a few, and I think his name, I've got it here, it's Dr. Batman Hinjai, which is kind of hard to pronounce. But if you Google you're not sick, you're thirsty, that's going to be a few of the really good books. The Body's Many Cries for Water is a really good one as well. So the goal with water is that we want to drink our water between meals, not with it. When we drink with it, we dilute our stomach acid and we're going to get digestive problems and problems in the gut. So let's not drink with water, let's drink between meals. And a good way is to put that salt in your drink bottle and then just sip between meals. And if you're a little bit peckish or hungry, we're trying not to eat all day long because that stresses out our stomach and our acids and our enzymes. So we're trying to have those 3 regular meals, but it can really, often hunger can be thirst. So just putting that little crystal of salt and having 1/3 of a cup of water, waiting, 15 minutes and having a little bit more, you're going to find that you'll feel so much better. Your energy, your brain will be clearer. A lot of your hormones are going to balance. Something I thought was fascinating is they found when people were dehydrated, and the water wasn't entering the cell because there's no electrolytes. And another reason for this, a lot of people have too much refined food in their diet and not enough minerals in their green leafy vegetables and whole foods. So the body is like taking minerals from its organ function, from its skeletal system, from other organ function, to try and keep up. So this is helping to remineralize the body. So what they found is histamine reactions, which I commonly treat in here, can be a sign of dehydration. So this is a really cool tip, because if you're putting that little bit of water in your cells, and your body's able, the cells, the factories are able to use that water, you're going to notice so many health benefits, because your body is going to be a little bit of a powerhouse. I've heard this said a lot. Our brain is an electromagnetic system. And I used to think, oh, what does that mean? So it's electrohydration system. So for to make power out of water, you need the water to turn the wheel, and then that wheel creates energy and it goes into a battery. So our brain needs quite a successful hydration level for it to operate optimally. So if you are feeling like you get a little bit brain fog, you're feeling like a little bit of ups and downs through the day, your memory isn't working well, you're going to find by putting a little bit of salt in your water a huge improvement in your health. So that's really cool to know as well. So how much water should we drink a day? They say roughly 8 cups a day between meals, and you're going to benefit the most by having at least 2 of those cups before your day begins, so before breakfast. The other thing to know, if you drink coffee or alcohol, it is 5 cups removed from the 8, so you can do the maths on that. It chronically dehydrates you, so you need to up the water a little bit, and try not to have a whole lot of water in one go. That's something that I'm trying to work on, because I can drink a lot in one go and then forget to drink. So I have to kind of have the glass near the computer. So when I come out of treatment, I sip a bit, and when I go back in, talk, come back out, sip a little bit. So we're trying to create daily habits that will reduce your ability to forget to do these things. So make it easy for yourself, and have a go. All right, hopefully that helps. Give it a go, let me know, and we'll talk soon. Have a beautiful day. Bye.